What's up guys, Eric from B-Sonic. Today we have here a 2024 Toyota Sequoia. This is the TRD Pro model. And this car is very special because it's packed with all the Toyota factory TRD Pro parts. It's very capable of off-roading. It's one of the flagship trims from the Sequoia lineup. Very, very cool. Looks amazing, but the car still lacks one thing in its audio. Car comes with factory equipped JBL system, but it still doesn't fulfill the ultimate sound system that everyone is looking for, especially if you have a high-priced car like this Toyota Sequoia TRD Pro, like right here. So we have the solution. It is our plug-and-play Encore Alpha power amplifier. It connects very easily behind the radio. There's plenty of room back there. And then with that very easy install, you'll be able to transform the way your car audio sounds. So let's stop the talking. Let's go inside the car and show you how it is installed. All right guys, now that we're in the vehicle, let's get this started. So the first thing we're gonna do is get behind the radio. You'll find a little cubby here. We're just gonna pull this out. You don't necessarily need a panel removal tool. You definitely could use it. Pry it in here and just pry it out. Or you can just grab your hand here, get a good grip and just pop it up like so. And once you have this out, you'll notice that there's a connector here for your cigarette lighter plug. Just push down and then just pull it out. Make sure you're pushing down on the release tab while you pull on the connector, just like that. All right, so now that we got behind the radio, let's take a look at this. Okay, so right when you look over here, some of you may want to remove this just to get this out of the way, but just know if you do remove this connector, you're gonna get a check engine light if you turn on your car with this off, if you forget. And to clear it, you just need to turn your car on and off 5 times, it'll clear it. But if you don't want to deal with any of the error messages on your dash, just keep this connected, don't touch it. All right, so going to get right under here. You'll find these 2 1-pin connectors. It's in the way of our connectors that we want to reach. So let's disconnect those. This one, just push down the release tab, pull out, like so. The gray one is towards the left side if you're looking down, and the brown one is towards the right side. Okay, just keep note of that because it's going to be harder to put it back in because it's difficult to see the hole. You could use a mirror, press down on this black connector here, always push down the release tab. There's a tight fit back here, so for you with big hands, you may need to remove the whole radio. To do that, it's pretty simple. We have another video showing you that, but for others that have smaller hands, you should be able to tackle this no problem. So push down the release and just wiggle it left and right, and there it is. And we're gonna remove the connector right next to it. It's the gray plug, push down the release tab and it's pull out like so. Okay, so here's one connector here and here's the other one that we move right here. And these are both on the passenger side. There's another connector on the driver's side that fits our connector. Make sure you do not disconnect that one. That one's not the correct one. It's these 2. Okay, a lot of customers still make the mistake of connecting it to the wrong connector and they'll tell us that doesn't work. It's because it's connected to the wrong connector. Okay, next I'm gonna remove the kit from the box. All right, here is the plug and play connector. And if you wanna double check that you have the correct connector connected, we do have a diagram showing. So if you're looking down at the screen, this is the top, this is the bottom. So it's gonna be like this, right? And we reach down, it's gonna be the one to the passenger side. All right, this is if you're looking at the connector straight on. But if you're looking down from the top, you might be a bit confused. This looks like it's on the left side, but it's actually on the passenger side, okay? All right, and I will remove this tag. And let's go back here. And this big white connector, we will connect it to the connector that we removed. And press in hard enough to hear that click. We'll take the male side and we'll connect it back to the radio to its original location where the original connector was connected. Okay, there it is. All right, and push it in all the way till you hear it click. There it is. Next, let's get the black connector. I'm gonna connect the male first into the radio where the original black male connector was. There it is. Make sure you hear that click. Let's take the female side, locate the original connector, and we will connect this. Okay, once again, hear that click. Okay, so all that is connected, and now we are left with this ground wire. To make it simple, we're just going to ground this right here to the factory metal bracket. So we'll loosen that using a 10mm bolt. We'll slip it in there and tighten it back. You don't have to remove it all the way. Take this, connect it here. Okay, and once you have the harness connected, the other side will look like this, and these two will connect to the amplifier. Just like that. Okay, and once this is connected, the default gain is going to be at 50%. Generally, we like to keep it at 50%, but let's do a quick test to get the optimal audio. We want to turn it up as much as we can without hearing any distortion or cracking from the factory speakers. Okay, so before we test it, let's reconnect all the factory connectors so you don't forget to connect them. We have the two 1-pin connectors. One is black and one is brown. And do the best you can to not cross any wires. Okay, there it is. All right, now let's do some sound test. So initially, when you guys are tuning the gain levels, you do want to start off by centering your EQ, okay? And then you could make the adjustments after that. And also center the fader as well.
I'm a beast when you turn me on. Came to the future. Driving down.
All right, guys, so we found the optimal gain level, which is the default. We kept it at 50-50, the rear and front. And this ensures it's just not too loud, too overwhelming. And you get that really nice upgraded premium sound. All right, so now that we got the gain all set up, let's add the double-sided adhesive to the bottom of the amplifier and mount it to around this area right here. There's a flat spot that is perfect for this amp. We will apply the double-sided tape to the front as much as we can. And the second one will go around the center. If you don't want to cover up the lot number, you could do it right under it. Like so. Okay, and always just double check this yellow cable here. Make sure it doesn't come loose. This is connected to the battery. It's always live, and just make sure this bullet connector is not loose or out. It should be connected and very secure. I'm gonna go all the way to the left here. Push it forward as much as we can. There it is. And it is on. Okay. And with the extra wires and harnesses, you can tuck it all back in. There's plenty of room here. Don't forget to connect your cigarette lighter connector. And then pop it back in. All right. And that completes the installation. All right, guys, well, that concludes our installation demonstration of our Encore Alpha 2 series on this Toyota Sequoia. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. And if you have one already and you're watching this video, share with us how you like it, how you've been enjoying it, and share all the upgrades that you can do to your Toyota Sequoia. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.